Here are 5 signs that you could be a narcissistic grandparent. Number 1, you play favorites. You know what I'm talking about. You have that kind of extra heartstring for that one grandchild that you end up giving more attention to, maybe more time, and even that extra gift. Well, you do that for that gratification as grandparent. But what you're really doing is sending a message to the other grandchildren that they're not as valued as much. Now, and you're also creating problems when the parents, when they get home. You know you're a narcissistic grandparent when that doesn't bother you at all, even though you realize that you could be causing tension between siblings after your visit, but even possibly for a lifetime. Number 2, you overstep parental roles. You actually believe you know more what their grandchild needs than their parents do, whether it's emotional support, guidance, or even that extra little attention. You make extra efforts to connect, thinking you're filling a gap that the parents have left. But the difference between a caring grandparent and a narcissistic one just doesn't get it. They want control. You know you're a narcissistic grandparent when you gear the conversation toward your goals. And you love the validation from your grandchild, even over the objections of their parents. Number 3, manipulation. Shaping your grandchild's perspective so they see things your way is classic manipulation. You tell your grandchild one thing, and then you twist the story when their parents ask questions about it. And when you're confronted with the inconsistencies, you dismiss the concerns. You tell them that they're misunderstanding the situation or they're overreacting. You know you're doing it. You know what you're doing is eroding trust, and you're also setting up the grandchild and their parents to really don't know if they really understood the situation. You know you're a narcissistic grandparent when you know you're gaslighting and you're completely comfortable with that. Number 4, you know exactly what the parents won't buy or can't buy their children, yet you swoop in with that gift so you can be the favorite grandparent. You know what you're doing. You don't ask permission, you just do it. And you do it even in front of the parents without their knowledge prior. You know you're a narcissistic grandparent when you don't mind undermining the parents. All you're looking for is the devotion and the loyalty from your grandchild. Number 5, you like creating isolation. Under the guise of giving parents a break, you like to isolate the grandchildren so you can have some private conversations with them. You want to have those private conversations to maybe gather some details or maybe influence how they're seeing their parents. It's not about bonding, it's about control. You know you're a narcissistic grandparent when you look for opportunities for weaknesses in the family dynamics. And you look at that and think, there's an opportunity here to leverage favoritism and even manipulate the emotions of your grandchildren in your favor. So what happens next? Well, while you're being a narcissistic grandparent, you can bet that the parents are taking notice of your behavior. And you can expect them to do a couple of things. One is limit your time with your grandchildren, or start setting boundaries regarding your involvement with your grandchildren. And don't be surprised when that happens. They are taking care of they're taking care of their children. They're protecting their children in the way that they think they need to. So you can't blame them. You have to look at yourself and see how you've been narcissistic and how you can improve that. One thing you may want to consider, if you're not sure that if you're a narcissistic grandparent or not, but these kind of really sound familiar to you, you may want to seek some professional help and just see if that's you, if you are the problem. Because what you're going to do, if you consistently be a narcissistic grandparent, you're going to miss out on all those times when you think you're doing some great memory building, you're not. And you're going to miss out on all of those times when you could. And the difference between, as I said before, the difference between a caring grandparent and a narcissistic one is control. A supportive grandparent wants the best for the children. They keep in touch with their parents. They know what the parents are thinking, and they act in alignment with what the parents want. They don't do things behind their back. You don't go and buy separate gifts. You don't do all of those things. But no, if you're going to continue, they're going to start setting boundaries. And you can decide, do you want to be a narcissistic grandparent, or do you want time with your grandchildren?